When police recovered her last text, they thought it was harmless. They were wrong. It explained everything. At first glance, the message looked ordinary, almost comforting. Heading home. Talk soon. No panic. No urgency. No obvious fear. But that text would become the most disturbing clue in the entire investigation. Her name was Maya Collins, 27, a graduate student living alone in a quiet suburb outside Denver. Responsible. Predictable. The kind of person who never missed check-ins and never changed plans without explanation. On the evening of April 6, 2020, Maya left campus just after 8:30 p.m. She texted her roommate that she was on her way home. That message, the last one she ever sent, would later convince police there was nothing wrong. For nearly 12 hours. By the next morning, Maya hadn't arrived home. Her phone was off. Her car was missing. And the calm certainty investigators felt the night before began to crack. Because Maya didn't disappear like someone in danger. She disappeared like someone pretending not to be. If you're drawn to cases where psychology matters more than force, subscribe now, because this case turns on what wasn't said. Police initially treated Maya's disappearance as voluntary. Adults leave. Phones die. Messages like heading home usually mean exactly that. But her roommate insisted something was off. Maya never sent vague texts. She was precise. Leaving campus. On I-25. 5 minutes out. This message lacked detail, and that absence mattered. Detective Aaron Feldman reopened the timeline and noticed something subtle but critical. The text had been sent after Maya's last confirmed class ended, but before her car exited the campus garage. Which meant she sent it while still inside. Why say you're heading home if you haven't left? Phone data showed no signs of distress. No sudden movement. No rapid typing. The message was slow, deliberate, carefully composed. Too careful. Investigators began exploring a concept known as psychological misdirection, when communication is used not to ask for help, but to create a false sense of normalcy. In other words, the message wasn't meant to save Maya. It was meant to buy time. Comment below if you've ever sent a normal text while something wasn't right, because that detail becomes critical here. Security footage from the campus garage revealed Maya entering, but not leaving. Instead, she paused near her car, stood still for nearly 2 minutes, then walked out of frame with someone else. The cameras didn't capture faces. Only body language. Witnesses later described a man who appeared calm, familiar. No signs of coercion. No struggle. Maya followed willingly, which explained the text. She wasn't asking for help because she didn't believe she needed it. At least not yet. Her phone went dark exactly 9 minutes later. 3 days passed before Maya's car was found abandoned near a hiking trail 40 miles away. No signs of damage. No fingerprints beyond her own. The interior looked untouched. It was staged. Inside the car, investigators found nothing except her phone, powered off, placed neatly in the center console. No shattered screen. No rushed movements. No chaos. Everything suggested cooperation. This wasn't a crime of impulse. It was a crime of trust. Forensic psychologists brought in to consult on the case focused on the text itself. The wording, the tone, the timing. They concluded something chilling. Maya wasn't signaling danger. She was signaling safety to protect someone else. This phenomenon appears in cases where victims believe compliance will prevent escalation. By projecting calm, they hope to maintain control. Heading home. Talk soon. It wasn't a lie. It was a strategy. Like this video if you're realizing how dangerous normal can be. Investigators reviewed Maya's recent contacts. One name appeared repeatedly in the weeks before her disappearance. Evan Brooks, 31, a teaching assistant who worked in the same department. Respected, quiet, trusted. He had helped Maya with research, offered rides, walked her to her car late at night. And on April 6th, his phone pinged the same cell tower as Maya's, at the exact moment her last text was sent. When questioned, Evan claimed he hadn't seen her that night. Said he left campus early. Said he barely knew her. But his phone told a different story. Location data placed him in the garage, then on the highway, then near the hiking trail where Maya's car was found. When confronted, Evan didn't deny the timeline. He denied the meaning. He said Maya wanted to talk. Said she was upset. Said the text was just routine. But detectives noticed something else. Evan had deleted one message, sent just minutes before Maya's final text. They recovered it. Don't make this difficult. That was the moment everything snapped into focus. Maya's final message wasn't reassurance. It was compliance under pressure. She sent it knowing someone might check, knowing time mattered, knowing panic would make things worse. She wasn't asking for help. She was trying to survive. Evan was arrested 10 days later. Evidence placed him at every critical location. Faced with digital records and recovered messages, he eventually confessed. Maya's body was later found in a remote area miles from where the car was staged. The case changed how investigators interpret final communications. Not every calm message means safety. Not every normal sentence is innocent. Sometimes, the most dangerous messages are the ones designed to look harmless. Detective Feldman later said, "If we had treated that text as what it was, a mask, we might have acted faster." The lesson is unsettling. In moments of danger, people don't always scream for help. Sometimes, they whisper normalcy, hoping it will keep them alive just a little longer. If this story changed how you think about last messages, subscribe and turn on notifications. The next case goes even deeper into the psychology of silence. Because sometimes, the most terrifying message is the one that sounds perfectly fine.